It's been a minute, but I'm back. Today, I want to talk to you about Airbnbs. But before I start, I just want to apologize for being missing in action. Life has been lifing on my end, so I had to take a minute. It's been so long. And I know those of you who really love watching my videos miss me when I'm gone, but trust me. Trust when I say I had to go away. I had to. There was no other way around it, but I'm back like I never left. Today, forgive me guys, forgive me before I continue. I hope you still love me the same. I hope you guys are still gonna watch my videos the same way, because love from my end, you know, it never changes. It's always the same. In fact, from my end, it keeps growing. I feel like I've missed you guys. So if you've missed me, give the video a thumbs up and drop a comment. Let me know what I've gone, you know. So today I'm here to talk to you guys about Airbnb. Yeah, Airbnb. I haven't been paid by Airbnb. I need to put that out there, but I just thought it is important for me to share my Airbnb experience. I just crossed 1 year on Airbnb. It's been an amazing experience. I am so happy and excited. And I thought let's learn from each other. I also have many of you guys who reach out. You guys are interested in buying Airbnbs. Actually, I have had people who have actually bought Airbnbs through me, to the same people that I have bought my apartment from. So that's incredible. And I still get questions every day in my DM about Airbnbs. So today I'm going to be answering all your questions. So stay with me and drop. In case I don't answer a question that you have, just drop it in the comment section. You know I reply your comments, so I'm gonna give you feedback on the same. Well, about 1 year ago, I finally finished paying off my apartment in Kilimani. If you know me, you know I love real estate. If you don't know me, well, welcome to the channel. My passion is real estate and content creation. I honestly believe that if I wasn't doing YouTube, I would be, you know, just in real estate. I used to think that I wanted to be an actress until I went for some auditions. I don't know if you guys know this, in Kenya, and I flopped. I flopped very badly. So I decided to just stick to YouTube. So here I am. So I got the passion for real estate when I was 16. My dad retired when I was 16 years, just 16. And he was at home not doing much, but how we made a living is because my dad had invested in real estate, and so that is what kept us going. It actually took me through campus university, you know. So I learned, I observed my dad, and I saw that he was home sleeping, retired. He had taken care of us. My dad is a single parent. He took care of our family. My dad was working in the hospital. He worked in the hospital for I think 40 years. So it was time for him to retire, and he came home, and because he invested in real estate, that is what we lived off after he retired. So I saw my dad chilling at home, but we still had money at the end of the month. I was like, oh my God, this is the life that I want for myself. That is the first place where my passion for real estate started growing. So I was like, I don't have to go to work, but I can still make money at the end of the month. Yo, this is it. This is what I want to do for the rest of my life. And so I was working in the supermarket. You guys know my story. I worked in the supermarket as a sales girl, and I did it for about 3 years straight. In the supermarket, standing every day from morning to evening. It used to be so hard, guys. My legs started swelling. And I always felt like I have a lot more to offer, you know. And my plan was I just want to work hard, and save up my money and buy real estate, you know. But then it wasn't much. I was making like $100. Actually, $100 is a lot. It's less than $100 in a month. So it took, I used to save everything. And for the first time, you guys remember, it was about 4 years ago when I showed you an apartment that I actually constructed. When I went to the bank to take the money, the banker couldn't believe it. The banker was like, how old are you? And I was like, you know, I was in my early 20s. And banker was like, and you have all this money in the bank? What do you do? I was like, working in the supermarket. And he was like, how are you able to save? To cut the long story short, guys, I wasn't like you guys see me. I'm not extravagant. I was walking from home to work, and sometimes it wasn't close, I was carrying food from home. I was living in my dad's house, so I didn't have to pay rent. And that's how I was saving almost all my salary. And then that's how I got my first apartment. I built it from scratch. Oh my god, guys, I am so excited. I can't believe I did this. But I built it on my dad's land. I didn't have to buy the land because I just built it next to my dad's house. So yeah, and then another one after that. Then after that, content creation, I started saving up some money, and then finally I bought my apartment in Kilimani, and that is honestly one of my greatest accomplishments ever. Now you're looking at the newest house owner in town. That's me. I wanted to build my house. I bought land to build initially, but I was advised, by my other, if you buy your house to build, it's just gonna stay there. You're not gonna make money from it, and you're always traveling anyway. So what's the point? But if you invest in an apartment, you're gonna get the money back. That's one of the best advice I've ever gotten in my life, because it made sense to me, and I decided instead of building my own house, let me buy an apartment, and when I'm not there, I can turn it into real estate. It's real estate. I can turn it to an Airbnb, and when I'm away, I can make money. But when I come back, I can live in it. So I was like, light bulb moment for me. So I was like, yeah, that's how I ended up saving up and buying my first apartment in Kenya. I've got to tell you guys, it wasn't easy. I had to deny myself. I had to sacrifice. I had to save up so much money. And the apartment was in Kilimani. Perfect location. And I have to tell you guys, when I was buying this apartment, someone who had authority over me and I had so much respect for actually sat me down, and he lectured me, and he was like, this is the worst mistake you've ever made. Why would you buy an apartment? Why? And I'm like, what? I felt confused for a minute. But let me tell you guys, don't listen to everybody, because that was the best decision I would have made at that particular point, and I don't regret it. I'm so glad I did, because looking back, I have been able to make money from it, and I just want to talk to you guys. If you're thinking of investing in real estate, please invest in real estate. I have a passion for real estate, and going forward, you're gonna be seeing me doing more videos about real estate, just because I have a passion for it, and I want to encourage you guys to invest wherever you are. It doesn't have to be in Kenya, but if you can invest in Kenya, well, I'm Kenyan, so I'm speaking because I'm Kenyan, go ahead and invest. And when you're investing in real estate, remember that location is very important. Location is key. No one wants to travel from around the world and come to your country and stay in a far corner somewhere. Everyone is looking for somewhere central. That is why I bought my Airbnb at a very central location, very safe. Kilimani is a very safe neighborhood, very central, a few minutes to the CBD, surrounded with the best malls, big malls, best schools. Something in my throat.
Should I get water?
Yes, please. I'll take it. Thank you.
Do you really want in the fridge?
No. I just take room temperature. Thank you. So yeah, location is key. And okay, let me start from the payment. I want to take you guys step by step, because so many people have called me. They want to buy. We have, by the way, a business number to call. If you want to have a talk with me, you can call me on the number and we can have a talk. So many people want to buy real estate, but they're scared. They don't want to be scammed, because so many people have been scammed, and I can relate. I haven't been scammed, but at least not in real estate. I was scammed, and I was trying to buy my ticket to a country, not a ticket, but a visa. I don't want to mention the country, but okay, to the UK. However, thank you guys. Pure water. This is what we take here in Ghana. Very affordable water. Sorry, 1 minute. Okay, yeah. So when it comes to real estate, you have to be careful, because people have worked so hard for their money and they don't want to get scammed. So that is why I was so scared when I was buying my apartment. This is a conversation I've repeated so many times to people who call me and they want to talk about real estate and investing. So I thought if I put it in this video, when guys call me, I can just tell them, go watch the video. Anyway, I'm joking with you guys. So I was so scared. I had saved up. I worked for years, to save up my money to buy an apartment. And then the time comes and I have to invest in this property, in this company I don't even know of. Honestly, I just Googled them online. because I googled apartments in Kilimani, Westlands, or Kileleshwa, because these are the neighborhoods that are so central. And then I saw them online and I decided, let me go and check them out. I called the number and one person came to meet me up. So I was so scared, but I had to hire a lawyer who had to do a background check on them. And I had to pay the lawyer, and then the lawyer did the background check and then got the apartment. Came back to me and told me that, yeah, these guys are legit. She actually had other people who had reached out to them about the same people. She did her research and they are legit. So I was like, okay, I was still scared. I was so scared, you guys, but I decided to just invest in Airbnb anyway, because that was all my money. I won't lie. When I gave the money out, I cried and I prayed. I was like, God, please protect me. I don't want to be scammed. I have done what I need to do from my end. So this one, I'm leaving it to you. So I gave them the money, and the best thing about working with these guys is that you don't have to pay the whole money at once. Actually, their projects are usually like 2 years long. So you pay like 30% to begin with, and then you keep depositing monthly. By the time the apartment is over, you have to have paid at least 50%. When they give you the key to your apartment, then you pay the rest of the money. And this worked perfectly for me. At first, the money seemed so much. I was so scared because I was like, damn, I had never bought an apartment. So I don't know if I should tell you guys the price of the apartment. So the apartment was 4.5 million, and it seemed so much money, like so much money, because I was like, how, but I was like, looking at the money that I make, I know I can save up to this amount, So I don't want you guys to think, oh, Trudy is so rich, she just gave the money. No. I had to save for years. So eventually, but I was always scared when I was depositing the cash. When I got my key, when I finished paying all the money and I got the key, guys, I cried. I couldn't believe it. I was so excited. I did a video about it. We went to my dad, to the house, and my brother, and my dad prayed for the house and he blessed the house. And then moving from there, I had to get a designer who would help me with the house. Initially, I thought I would do it myself. I went and I shopped for everything, but everything was just so off. The chairs didn't match with everything. And I thought if I buy the same color of everything will match. Guys, I was wrong. The chairs were too big. And I needed smaller chairs and then lifted. The ones that have legs. Like that chair behind me, it has a leg. So when you have such chairs, it makes light go through. So it makes the room look bigger. I have so much respect for interior designers. If you're watching this and you're an interior designer, give us a tip below and big up yourself, because guys. So yeah, I had to take the chairs. I gifted them to my sister-in-law and I had to buy new chairs. So I had to get an interior designer, and my best friend Vanessa from Nairobi introduced me to this interior designer. Oh my God, she was a blessing. She transformed my house. It's like magic. So beautiful. And I recommend her, man. I recommend her 1,000%. If you're looking for someone to work with for your house, please let me know. I will give you her number. Like she actually makes furniture, but she's also an interior designer. Oh my God, the way she transformed my house. My house looks lovely thanks to her. I'm gonna insert some videos and pictures for you guys to see. So yeah, then it was time to list my Airbnb, and I put it up around July last year. July or June, and that's why it's been like exactly 1 year almost. And the journey started. I put my apartment on Airbnb. I was so excited when I was doing it. I took the best photos that I could, the best angles. I also edited the photos on my phone, and it went live. And guess what? Before 24 hours, I had a request already. I hadn't been that excited in a long time. I remember calling Maya like, oh my God, my dad. I'm like, I got my first booking ever. I was feeling like a business lady. I also think the reason why I got the apartment, the booking so fast is because once your apartment is new on Airbnb promotes your apartment for like 3 months. Encourages people to book. So yeah, the beginning is so sweet. So you have to watch to the end to see what I mean. So I got my first booking. Someone from Europe was coming to Kenya, and they were like, I'd like to stay in your apartment. I was so excited. They were like, I want to stay there for 3 months. I was like, what? So they wanted to talk to me on video call. I was a little scared. It was a man. I don't just talk to random men on video call. They wanted my number. I was like, okay, I was a little reluctant, but I was like, let me take the risk. I talked to the guy on the phone. He's turned out to be legit, booked my house for 1 month because he said he wanted to check it out, he doesn't want to. He had booked places before, but when he got there, they were not what they seemed to be on the Airbnb app. So I was like, it's all good. So he booked the Airbnb for 1 month. Oh, and just like that, I made my first $1,500. Yep, Airbnb pays in US dollars, so that was amazing. I was so happy. Oh my god, I was happy. And I was advertising my Airbnb on platforms like Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, now X. And I got so much feedback. People were so excited about it. And I got a girl, was she from Spain? If you're watching, drop a comment. And she trusted me because she had been watching my video for such a long time. And she told me she was coming to Kenya in was it October? Was it November? And she wanted to book in advance. And she sent another $1,500 just like that. I was like, what? Airbnb? Are you kidding me? Oh man, it was amazing. But after the guy who stayed in my apartment, I kept telling him to book for the next month, but he was taking his sweet time. So someone else booked for 2 weeks. He hadn't booked and I couldn't cancel the other person. So when his 1 month had expired, he had to leave. After the 1 week, he gets someone else booking for, 18 days. Then they go. Guys, it was amazing. And I wasn't doing much, just sitting home or moving around, traveling, creating my own content and making money. Actually, in the last 1 year, I haven't worked. There's a month I didn't work. For a whole month I was off YouTube, but I still made money. I still made about $1,000. And I was like, yes, Airbnb. That's why I'm telling you guys, you gotta invest in Airbnbs. It's amazing. Africa is people visit Africa a lot, and when they come to Africa, they're looking for places to stay. So no matter where you are, invest in Airbnbs. And if you're in Kenya, I'm telling you from experience, if you're on the fence, jump over because you will not regret it. Anyway, nothing is smooth all the way. Airbnb was amazing, especially the first few months. Even after that, I always got full months booking. Actually, up to date, when you look at my Airbnb, it says guest favorite. Because I was what do you call someone who gets 5 stars ratings all the time? No. There's a name they give you on Airbnb. Guys, what's the name they give you on Airbnb? When you're the best of the best and you actually get a plug, they send you on your email. Because I've gotten 5 stars. All my ratings are 5 stars. I make sure my apartment is very clean, very neat, because people are coming to stay there. The sheets have to be clean, the fridge, everything, the cooker. That is it's a priority to me. I hate it when I travel, I go to Airbnbs and you can see that it's not cleaned well. I really hate it. Or you can see they were cleaning but they didn't go all out. Maybe they rinsed with dirty water, or they left some things that look dirty. That I don't like it. I always tell people clean. Super host, yeah. I have been making money every single month on Airbnb apart from the last 2 months. Guys, you won't believe when I tell you this month of July, I have made 0 on Airbnb. 0. Why? Well, I believe it's because of the protests in Kenya. They have been very violent because, we Kenyans stand up for ourselves. When things are not okay, we stand up and we just stand up for our rights, and it has been violence. You have been met with violence, unfortunately. So I guess people seeing Kenya from outside are afraid of going to Kenya. People have actually warned me not to go to Kenya now. It's not safe. And I'm like, nah, that's my country. It's safe. It's just because you see the protests and you get scared. But Kenya is really, really safe. So, I think because of that, no one has booked my apartment this month. Since I started Airbnb, I made 0 this month. And also last month, I didn't make as much. I made half. I think less than half, because people started protesting last month. So people, countries issue warnings. You can't go to this country but it's not safe. It's a danger for you. So guys, stay away. Also, another time we were really affected as Airbnb business owners was when we had some people being killed, and they said it was in Airbnbs, but actually Airbnb put out a statement and said that it wasn't inside Airbnbs, because Kenyans think that any apartment where people rent out is an Airbnb, but no. And then there's people who are not even on Airbnb, but they rented their house out for people to come and stay. That's different. Yeah. You guys get what I'm trying to say? So yeah, when people were being killed, femicide was happening in Kenya. Women were being killed in their apartments. Okay, it just happened like 2 times at least. Those are the ones I know. So then people got scared of coming to Kenya. I don't know if those things were circulating. People got scared, but people need to know that these things happen in any country, but I think it was just a time that it was on a spotlight. The spotlight was on what was happening at that particular time. In the US, it happens. People are killed in their houses a lot, But anyway, and all around the world, I'm not trying to come for America. Please, Americans, don't come for me, okay? So yeah, this is what has actually been happening so far. Also, this is just what I made. I'm also gonna put it on the screen. We have been making different. The amount you make in a month is different. It's not like constant. So usually there are people who say they're in the Airbnb business, but they don't own their apartments. So they take their apartments to rent it out. Okay, basically they rent apartments out, pay the rent, and then put the apartment on Airbnb. That's also very common in Kenya. I actually didn't know people can actually do that, but people actually make money. Also, the lady who was doing interior decor for me told me that's what she does. Take an apartment, pay for the rent, which is cheaper, and then for the Airbnb you add up. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. So the money you get for Airbnb can be even half what you pay for the rent of the apartment, and that's how you make your money, the profit on top. So for me, thank God I don't have to pay for rent because I own the apartment, so that cuts my cost. So whatever I make after Airbnb takes the share on the app. Something I need to tell you guys, something I was tempted to do a couple of times. People reach out and they tell you, can I send you cash instead of paying on Airbnb? Let me send you cash directly so that you can make money, the full amount. That is very tempting. But if Airbnb discovers that's what you do, then we're going to block you from Airbnb, because Airbnb must get its share. And the Bible says, give to Caesar what belongs to Caesar. So I'm not going to argue with that. So yeah, Airbnb wants all your transactions to be on the Airbnb app. Also, they prevent that from happening. You can't send your number to someone on Airbnb. Yeah, you can't send your number. So yeah, but you can have discussions, but you can't send your number. It's crazy. Airbnb is doing its best to make sure. Also, scammers can take advantage of that to scam people. They say they send you money and then they don't send. We have had some crazy stories of people being scammed, and personally, I don't know about you, but I don't want to be scammed. So yeah. We've been making different amounts of money for different months. So for the first month, I made like $1,000. Then from there, it was $350. Then someone will come and it'll be $850. And like, for example, someone will stay for 20 or 22 days and it'll be $812. I'm just going to put them on the screen. Different months, different amounts, so you'd find a month where you're making $450, depending on the days that someone stays in the apartment. You just multiply how much you charge times 30. If someone stays in your apartment for 30 days, wow, amazing, because you're gonna make so much money. So you take what you're making in a day, multiply times 30 or 31. Oof, that's some good money. But it's not always a full. Like I've told you, this month I've made $0 because no one has stayed in my apartment, and it's so sad. Please, if you're going to Kenya, book my Airbnb apartment. I'm gonna leave the link in the description box. Book my Airbnb apartment and enjoy your stay in our secure, beautiful, cozy home. We have 24-hour security, very central, about 15 minutes drive from the airport, or 5 minutes drive from the CBD in Nairobi. I mean, what else could you be looking for? Yeah. So So the prices have been ranging. Also, we don't just get money from Airbnb. Apart from Airbnb getting its share, there's a cost we have to incur. That is a cost you pay someone who comes to clean the apartment. But it's usually not as much, apart from the price that you pay someone who comes. So the person who comes to clean my apartment, I pay them $5. Don't come for me saying, oh, it's only money, because the person doesn't do much. That's a day, not a month, a day. There's a washing machine. My apartment's a 1-bedroom, it's not big. So they're not washing anything with their hands. They're just throwing everything in the washing machine. And then just changing the sheets, cleaning the surfaces, and that's about it, you know. And yeah, so how much, I don't have a specific amount that I pay them, because sometimes they can come to clean the apartment 3 times in a week. Sometimes it can be twice a week. Sometimes it can be once a week. We have some people who don't want people to come into the apartment when they're there. You know, some people are so clean, and there are people who really want the apartment to be cleaned all the time. Initially, when I started, I didn't know this, but my dad let me in on this. I can't leave my apartment empty. You know, you don't want it to just be empty. So you have to buy bottles of water and put it in the apartment. You also have to buy like a drink. I actually just buy a soda. I don't know, but if I'm to buy like juice, Kenyan made, I definitely do like pick and peel, because you want people to have the Kenyan experience, because pick and peel is a Kenyan made juice. Yeah, but I do sodas. I think I should start doing pick and peel, right? So I do milk, I do soda, and just water in the fridge. And of course, there are things you have to buy like sugar, salt, and oil, so the house is not empty. And of course, tissue and serviette and washing powder. So if they get exhausted, you have to keep buying them. Usually in a month, buying these things, I spend about maybe 1,000 Kenya shillings, because sometimes they are not finished, you know. So when the next person comes in, they'll still find what was there. So you don't have to keep topping up every month. So yeah, this is some of the costs that I spend. And also, sometimes things get spoiled. There are people who come to your house and then they don't leave it the way they found the house. It's like, are you kidding me? Like, lights will not be working, the socket will be out, and I'm like, what? How was this person removing it? Like, what were they doing for the socket to come out of the wall? It's so crazy. The light fixtures, like, how is it not working? All you're supposed to do is switch it on and off. It's so crazy, you know. And sometimes the gas will get exhausted. We also need to pay for light. I really like to plan myself in advance, so our light is prepaid. So I would buy like light for like $200. I don't want to pay every month. Plus, initially I had issues where people will be in the house and call me, oh, there's no lights, and then I'm like, oh damn, I don't have money right now. I don't like that. Sometimes I can buy $100 for lights, so that they can have lights for a long time. Also water, I like to pay in advance. Sometimes I'd use like 600 shillings in a month for water. There's why. Oh, thank you. My God, I almost forgot it. Obviously, when people are coming to stay in your Airbnb, they need Wi-Fi. So they'd be like, do you have Wi-Fi? I use Safaricom Wi-Fi, which is the fastest Wi-Fi in Kenya. Correct me if I'm wrong, Kenyans. It's 3,000 shillings a month. So that's the Wi-Fi that I buy. I also have to pay for Netflix. Some guys use DSTV, others use Netflix. I use Netflix. In Ghana here, we also have Airbnbs in Ghana. I have 2 Airbnbs. We use we pay for DSTV in Ghana. But in Kenya, I use my Netflix account. I don't know if I should mix both of them or if I should just leave it at Netflix. Yeah. So I have to pay for Netflix. It's usually, is it 1,000 shillings a month, or is it 900? There's this package that I use. So that's how much I spend on Netflix. Also, we have to pay for service charge. Like, you know, guys, we have security. We also have people cleaning the place. So we have to pay for service charge, which is usually 4,000 shillings a month. I know, right? Initially, I was like, 4,000? What? And I think they're about 100 apartments. So I'm like, if every apartment is paying 4,000, that's so much money. What is the management doing with all this money? I'm sure they're not even paying these guards 50,000 at the gate. So where are they taking all? And I was like, you know what? That's not even my business. I'm getting good service. They're giving us really good. The place is always clean, neat. There's a gym. There's a playground. management. You have some good management, so I'm not gonna complain about that. Yeah, so these are some of the expenses that you have to incur. Oh, this month I paid that 4,000 and no one stayed in my apartment. Hey guys, so this just goes to show you that Airbnb is not that it's not smooth all the time. It's up and down, up and down. But honestly, I'm not complaining. This is one of the best investments that I've ever made in my life. Oh yeah, there are guys, actually there are people who come to my apartment. This is what shows you that the apartment is actually really cute. Guys just call me to take photo shoots in my house. You know, they'd be like, oh, we have a photo shoot, can we come and do it in your apartment? And I'd be like, yep, come over. And they also pay me money for that. So it's not expensive. It's just the price that I would pay for a night is what I charge them, you know, which is like 5,000 Kenya shillings. It's worth it. Ask those who have taken photos in my apartment, you know, their likes go up. I'm not even messing with you guys. Actually, I stopped taking 1-day bookings myself. So now I take at least 2 bookings going up. Yeah, so that's my apartment in Kenya. I was able to make about just over $9,000 in my year in Airbnb. That's almost, is it? Where's my phone? Oh, I'm using my phone. I wanted to calculate it. I think it's almost 1 million Kenya shillings in 1 year. That's not bad investment. What do you guys think? What do you think? Let me know. Yeah, so that's why I'm telling you guys, invest in real estate. And that has actually made me want to take real estate very seriously. Yeah, and I'm not selfish. I don't want to just make money alone. That's why I'm telling you, because people don't know that you can invest in Airbnbs, buy apartments and make. If you can buy, go ahead and buy it because it's worth it, you know. And thank God we are not like Americans here in Africa. When you buy your house, you bought it. There's nothing like paying for mortgage. Oh, now because I have a YouTube I really look up to. She's called Shelby Church. If you watch her, drop a comment. She is also into real estate and she bought an Airbnb, and they have to pay mortgage. Apart from the money that they make from the Airbnb, some has to be deducted to pay the mortgage. And it's like, oh, America, you know what? I guess that's an American thing. Here in Africa, we're used to paying things off, so you don't have to keep paying it monthly. So when you make your money, you're like, yep, you gotta pay. Now they introduce taxes, so you gotta pay your taxes, and Airbnb takes its share, and you keep the rest and use it for maybe investing in the next business. Yeah, we also have Airbnbs here in Ghana. So if you're coming to Ghana, holiday season is around the corner. You need a place to stay. We got you sorted. Book our Airbnbs. I'm gonna insert videos so you guys can see how beautiful they look. And of course, when it comes to location, we are centrally located. Our Airbnbs stand out. We have 24-hour security. We have pools here in Ghana. The rooftop has pools, and you've got the gym, rooftop gym. We've got rooftop restaurant and bar. I mean, if you're coming to Ghana, book your stay with us. And if you're working abroad, you're thinking of investing back home, look no further. We're gonna guide you to buy homes without being scammed, because you've worked so hard for your money. I had a girl who reached out. I know she's watching this video. Big up yourself. She's a Nigerian and she really wants to invest in Kenya. I actually have Congolese lady. She grew up in France and she watched my video about Airbnb and she's investing back in Kenya. And initially she was like, she doesn't know if she can invest because she's not Kenyan. And I took her through the process. Yes, you can buy an apartment in Kenya even if you're not Kenyan. There's a process you go through. It's not long. You just have to get this number. What is it called? It's a number that every Kenyan has. I'm gonna put it here on the screen, so that just helps to identify you as a person. It can take just hours to just get, even 1 hour. You get it and then you can get the property. So even if you're not Kenyan, you can invest in Kenya. The best thing about investing in property in Kenya is that it's affordable. Unlike property in other places, Kenya is actually, the real estate market is very affordable. So there you have it. I think I have answered most of your questions and I hope you feel inspired and encouraged to invest in real estate. Is there anything I've forgotten? Yeah, I don't think I've forgotten anything. Be inspired, be encouraged, and take a step right now. Can never go wrong with real estate. I honestly believe real estate is a kind of business that I'm usually scared. Other businesses, like if you open and then the store gets burned down, yeah, real estate can also get burnt down, but you don't have to start from scratch. I'm not discouraging anybody from any other type of business. I'm just encouraging you to do what has worked for me. If you like this video, if you've learned something new, please show me some love.
You're currently selling.
Give it a thumbs up. Yeah, and we are selling apartments, so I'm gonna leave a number that you can call if you want to buy apartments in Ghana or in Kenya or anywhere in Africa. We're expanding. We're gonna be global. Yeah, that's what's up. Call the number right now and secure your future with with us. Jamaica is just so much in my head. I hope you have learned something new. I hope you have enjoyed watching this video. Give it a thumbs up, and I love you so much. I love you so much. And remember, nothing is impossible. You just have to believe in yourself. Until next time, bye.